Every celestial body in our solar system has its unique story and character. Some burn brightly in the eternal dance with sunlight, like Venus, while others are locked in frozen silence, like Pluto. But there is one world that has fascinated humanity for millennia, a world whose fiery red glow pierces the darkness of the night sky. That world is Mars. Today, Mars is a cold, barren planet cloaked in a thin atmosphere and dotted with endless sandy plains. But it wasn't always like this. The mysteries of its past are etched in the traces of ancient rivers, weathered cliffs, and silent craters, like scars on its dusty surface. Mars may have once resembled Earth, but what happened? Why did it become so alien and inhospitable? For centuries, people have turned their gaze to this mysterious red star. Its brightness and hue inspired awe. The Romans named it after Mars, the god of war, while the Egyptians called it Har Desher, meaning the red one. Even Chinese astronomers referred to it as the fire star. Yet the real breakthrough in studying Mars came with the invention of telescopes. In 1609, Galileo Galilei was the first to observe Mars through a primitive telescope. Later in the 17th century, Christian Huygens discerned dark regions on its surface and even hypothesized the presence of an atmosphere. With each new observation, Mars revealed more secrets, but raised even more questions. Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun, and by Earth standards, quite small. Its diameter is about 6,792 kilometers, roughly half that of Earth. Its mass is only 10.7% of our planet's. However, despite its modest size, Mars is surprisingly complex. Its internal structure is similar to Earth's. At its core lies iron and nickel, surrounded by a silicate mantle and a thin crust. Interestingly, Mars has a lower density than Earth, suggesting its core is smaller and contains less iron. This likely explains the absence of a strong magnetic field, leaving Mars vulnerable to solar winds. Mars is renowned for its astonishing geological features. For instance, Olympus Mons is the tallest volcano in the solar system, towering 21 kilometers high, 3 times the height of Mount Everest. But Olympus isn't the only wonder. The Valles Marineris canyon system stretches over 4,000 kilometers, almost as long as the distance from Moscow to Lisbon. Scientists believe these massive rifts formed due to tectonic activity billions of years ago. And then there are the craters. The Hellas Basin, one of the largest, spans over 2,300 kilometers. More intriguingly, some craters reveal traces of ancient rivers, evidence that water once flowed across Mars' surface, creating lakes and possibly oceans. Mars' atmosphere today is thin, with a pressure only 0.6% that of Earth's. Its main component is carbon dioxide. Temperatures range from -143 degrees Celsius at the poles to a balmy 20 degrees Celsius near the equator during summer days. But it wasn't always this way. Research indicates that billions of years ago, Mars had a dense atmosphere in a warm climate. Clouds of water vapor covered its skies, and vast bodies of water spanned its surface. But what happened? How did the planet lose its atmosphere? One leading hypothesis points to the solar wind. Without a protective magnetic field like Earth's, Mars' atmosphere was gradually stripped away by charged solar particles, leaving the planet exposed and desolate. Mars has long been a beacon for those seeking extraterrestrial life. Scientists believe that billions of years ago, the planet's conditions could have supported microscopic organisms. In 1976, NASA's Viking mission conducted experiments to search for signs of life, though the results were inconclusive. Today, rovers like Curiosity and Perseverance continue to search for organic compounds in ancient rock formations. Researchers are convinced that if life ever existed on Mars, its traces likely remain preserved in the sediment of dried-up lakes. Recent discoveries have further fueled excitement. In 2018, scientists detected traces of methane in Mars' atmosphere, a gas often associated with biological activity on Earth. Although methane can also be produced through geological processes, its presence raises the tantalizing possibility of microbial life beneath the Martian surface. Furthermore, the Perseverance rover has uncovered sedimentary rocks in the Jezero crater that hint at ancient deltas, areas where rivers once met larger bodies of water. These locations are prime targets in the search for ancient biosignatures, as they could have preserved traces of long-extinct life forms. Could life still exist on Mars today? Some scientists hypothesize that hardy microbes might survive in subterranean aquifers, shielded from radiation by layers of rock and soil. Similar extremophiles have been discovered on Earth, thriving in environments once thought uninhabitable, such as deep-sea hydrothermal vents and Antarctic ice. Mars is not just a mystery of the past, it's a hope for the future. Humanity dreams of setting foot on its surface and establishing settlements, but this will be no easy feat. Harsh climates, radiation, and the lack of oxygen demand technological innovations that we have yet to develop. Still, projects like Elon Musk's SpaceX and NASA's Artemis program inspire optimism. Perhaps within the coming decades, we will witness the first human footsteps on the red planet. Colonization could even include efforts to terraform Mars, making it more Earth-like over centuries by releasing carbon dioxide trapped in its soil to thicken its atmosphere. Mars is more than just a planet. It's a symbol of humanity's insatiable curiosity, pioneering spirit, and aspiration for greatness. Every mission, every photograph, and every analysis brings us closer to unraveling its mysteries. With every discovery, our hope for finding life, or creating new life, on Mars grows stronger. As we continue to gaze at the red beacon in the night sky, we ponder one of the ultimate questions. Could Mars one day become not just our new home, but a second cradle of life? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to show your appreciation for my work and inspire me to create more exciting content for you.